in the building,
We in the
man.
building.
This is the holiday weekend.
Is it the holiday weekend?
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe Christmas snuck up on me like that, bro. This is crazy.
That's good. I've been out here for about 5
Okay, yeah.
since the departure of the
So,
Florida State Correction.
yeah, man, it's like all your shopping done?
I don't celebrate it though.
Okay.
I have done some shopping for my kids, but as far as just outright saying, "Oh, I'm celebrating Christmas. This is my holiday," man.
Okay.
Hell nah.
What? That's what you learned in prison? About the,
Nah,
the
I've been living like this.
Okay. What you do? Kwanzaa?
I don't do nothing.
You know about Kwanzaa?
No.
Okay.
I heard of Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and all that.
Hanukkah is for the Jewish people. That's a Jewish holiday.
Yeah, my dad used to celebrate
Kwanzaa is for
Kwanzaa. That's what my dad used to.
Let's gonna start off with this first clip from.
For sure.
This is a pastor.
A real pastor.
Yeah, he's a pastor. He's a pastor.
I don't think I think like a woman. I think like a man.
No, you don't. I'm here to tell you, you don't.
I think what you're trying to say is I appear to be thinking in feminine ways.
No, you think like a woman.
I don't think so.
I want to be real clear.
Okay.
You think like a woman. Do you like being a man?
Yes.
You do like being a man, but thinking like a woman.
I'm trying to get that. I know we coming in like in the middle of whatever they was talking about, and he's saying the man thinking like a woman. What made him think that?
I didn't get the whole clip. I find Jesse Lee Peterson really
just funny for just
he just
putting a man out
just
there.
the way he just says things, and it's like, no,
they should have been scrapping, and they're like, damn, bro, god damn, bro, you disrespect.
See, now let me make this clear. No,
hold on, let's do this right now. Let's reenact what they were just doing. I'm gonna do it to you.
Okay,
man, you be acting like a bitch. You think like a hoe. You be acting really like a woman, bro.
No, what you mean is I have views that are different than yours.
How the fuck got views like me? You talk like a fuck woman. You especially around me. Oh, it's still funny.
I'm trying to get into character.
I expect a man that you disrespecting me like this. I got to be. What is the hell he did? You understand? Like to be getting disrespected.
He said, "No, I want to be very clear. You think like a woman. You act like a woman, not feminine. You act like a woman."
That's crazy. I hope a man don't never disrespect me like that. Who we got here?
I thought about you with this clip because you say your family and all of them, everybody always coming to you. And this was Cedric the Entertainer did.
I know Cedric, and I know he meant well. He's a good brother, great heart, but he can't do that. People who love you, we save our worst behavior for those we care the most about. You give somebody something, and they don't have any value tied to it, they'll just ask for more. Particularly when there's no financial literacy. There's a sense of entitlement that comes with it. Particularly if you don't understand money, and you see somebody who has some money, you feel that they can afford it, and they should be funding you, which is just not true. Like, it's just a crazy way to look at the world. And so the more you give somebody, the more they'll take. If they earn it, they'll value it. But, that's just not the way it works. People who say they need 1,000 or 5,000 will need 10,000 or 15,000. And, 25 grand turns into 50. 50 turns into 100. That's why 70% of those who win the lottery are absolutely bankrupt in 5 years. Here's my rules for financial literacy. You can make it and you can spend it. You can make it and you can manage it. In a liberal household or a loving household with permission, you can manage it and you can spend it. If somebody gives you permission who's making it. But what you cannot do is just spend it. Worse, hold somebody else accountable or responsible or have some sense of entitlement or expect somebody and guilt somebody else to give you money.
So Cedric the Entertainer, right? For his family, he set aside a $25,000 fund for anybody in his family
that needed something.
Pretty much, this is the account you need, like real bills, emergency. This is what it is. That's so what people started doing was like, man, I want $25,000 for myself. And so Cedric got to the point. He's like, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We just gonna cancel that because they started wanting more and they started asking. And everybody just started coming to.
It ain't enough.
Yeah, it's not enough that you got cushion right here, but now
you don't know what to do with that.
Now
cushion.
You just want more and want more and want more. I never really been in that position, like family wise, But with people, I have been in that position where you get caught up. I done got caught up like trying to look out. You know what I'm saying? And I look out, and then I'm looking out, and then I'm like, whoa, all right, hey, come on, we got to ease up a little bit, Then it's like, damn, you just gonna like that? You gonna switch up, And it's like, then it becomes a resentful type thing. Nah, back in the day, I'm like, yeah, man, and it's just like without the power, just saying, we talked about this before, just saying, no.
It's good to say no sometimes.
I know it's a complete sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
On this next clip.
Let me borrow something.
This next clip.
Let me borrow something.
Well, you can get it from the kid right here. Okay. We're gonna see what decision this kid made. Watch this.
Cash, or wait a minute, this two
$10,000
out of the
cash.
box Oreo cookies. Huh? Oreo. Are you sure?
Yes.
That's $10,000 cash. You want the Oreo cookies? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so the reason you don't let children choose their gender.
That's a Ric Flair.
Woo!
That's a good way to show you
The reason you
that
don't
you
let
ain't got no damn sense.
the reason you don't let children choose their gender. I want the Oreo cookies. What am I gonna do with all that money? I don't even know what that is.
I'm trying to think. How about if Jet got money already? Like he know, bitch, I got money. That's nothing. I want these damn cookies.
He was infatuated with them cookies. He locked in.
He would give it that. That 10,000 would have.
Right. And
so just, like you say, that just show you the mind of kid.
The mind of a kid.
It's not developed.
It's not developed. Our minds don't develop. A male mind doesn't fully develop until we're about 26 years old.
For sure.
And so I just wanted to show that little clip there, man. It's like, leave these kids alone.
Yeah, leave them alone.
Leave these kids alone, man.
Let them grow, and then let them decide.
Yeah.
And if you see your child trying to decide at an age that's not appropriate,
at the age of consent,
beat his ass or beat their ass or take them somewhere.
The age of consent for having sex at 18, I believe.
That should be the same.
It should be the same thing.
Yeah.
You want to choose a gender, fine. You can do that when you become an adult. You can make that decision. It's not influenced by your parents. It's not being influenced by no teachers. It's not being influenced by anybody but an 18-year-old adult.
That's true.
But we don't do that, of course. Now we're gonna move on to Dr. Umar. This your guy here.
He all right.
He all right.
He ain't my guy, but he all right. He be saying some foolish stuff.
Do you mean to tell me we're going to let this year-long celebration go by and nobody's going to have a serious conversation about whether hip-hop has actually been a benefit or not to the black community? I haven't seen a conversation, a YouTube, a town hall meeting, a BET special. I don't see anybody talking about the ramifications, the negative impact that hip-hop has had on the black community. Now, the first thing the hip-hop artist is going to say, I'm only rapping what I live. But you don't live it no more. The minute you start making money, you moved out the neighborhood. So why you still rapping about drugs and death when you don't live around that no more? That means you're a hypocrite. If you're telling me you're rapping what you live, you don't live it no more. And if you're so dedicated to telling the ghetto tale, why did you move out the neighborhood? Why do you send your kids to private schools? So you live in a white neighborhood, you send your kids to white private schools, you moved out the black ghetto the minute you had enough money to do so, but yet you're telling me the reason you're still rapping about death, drugs, jail, and homicide is because that's the life you live. You don't live it no more. So for me, I'm looking at hip-hop and I'm saying to myself, it is the most influential music genre in the world. 50 years, a multi-billion-dollar industry. And in 50 years, the hip-hop community hasn't built a single relevant institution for for the black community anywhere. Think about that for a minute. Think about that.
Makes sense.
Look, Dr. King began his career with the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955. Dr. King was assassinated in 1968. That means Dr. King had 13 years. Look at what he did in 13 years. Let's go to the Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party was founded in 1966. The revolutionary phase of the Black Panther Party was pretty much over with by 1971. That's 5 or 6 years. And look what the Panthers did in 5 or 6 years. Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, showed up in New York in 1916. He's deported in 1927. 11 years. Hip hop has been around for 50 years. Not a single hospital, not a single school, not a single bank, not a single supermarket, not a single distribution company. How can we call hip hop a blessing to the black community when that type of money being made off of our culture and the community doesn't benefit from it at all? So you come to the community and give out a few turkeys. You come to the community and give out a few pair of sneakers. You come to the community and you throw a couple parties. And in exchange for some damn turkeys and chickens and some sneakers, you push death and destruction on our children for a living, and we're supposed to be okay with that because you dropped off some clothes and some turkeys. It's until hip-hop begins to be a
That's something
blessing
real
for
you
the
said.
black community, hip-hop is an agent of white supremacy.
Yeah, that turkey stuff irritate me, bro. I'm sorry, man.
A turkey? A turkey? We don't need no more damn turkeys. And then the rapper will say, well, we didn't invent violence. You're right. You didn't invent violence. There was gang banging before hip hop. Okay. There was drug dealing before hip hop. There was black on black crime before hip hop. But let me tell you where hip hop is guilty. Hip hop glamorized it. Hip hop glorified it. Hip hop, how do you say you make it bigger than what it is? Hip hop put a spotlight on negative aspects of black culture. So no, you didn't create it, but music is a very influential art form. Your brain is controlled by what it hears and what it sees. So we all know people who was influenced by gangster rap.
All that he said made all the sense. That made every sense about hip hop, because you really don't see nothing. But also, how do they come together and do that? How do they congregate and say we want to build this and put? I'm saying in a whole hip hop whole, everybody putting a part in it.
I'm gonna go with old record companies like Columbia Records, Aristar. What were some other records? Virgin. Those big record labels. You know what they never did with each other? Beef.
They was never beef. It was the
people
the
on
artists.
Yeah, but the artists behind the labels. I'm painting a picture where they started at, right?
I get
You got these labels.
you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, when people start having their labels, you know, and so now it became label battling against label. Okay, so that's the first answer to that question. Why they couldn't come together? Because your label ain't putting this out. My label putting, you had Bad Boy, and you had what they call, Run DMC was at Def Jam.
Def Jam.
Okay, and then you had Death Row, then you had Aftermath, and you got what's my boys out of Texas, Rap a Lot. So you got all these labels, but everybody getting this money, but everybody beefing.
Ain't coming together.
Ain't coming together. I'm not saying Columbia, Aristar, whatever, all those other labels came together, but they wasn't beefing. You know what I'm saying? So from that right there, what label? No Limit. What labels
So
you?
do you think because it wasn't no tension between the labels, they should have came together?
I think that somehow, some way, when the way that Dr. Umar said that, when you really look at it like that, hip hop did begin in the black culture. Hip hop does put a spotlight on black culture. People, the labels have made ridiculous amounts of money. off of hip hop that has come from the black culture. Great. But the people within hip hop who have
Made the money.
haven't done anything with the money except talk about how much money they got. Suds and Buds, mobile detailing, not car washing. You want your car washed, go to one of those $8 car washes, and you can stay in your car and you can drive it through and get your car scratched up and $8. And you have some kid run out for $3, $3 more, and he'll spray your tires and make it look shiny for a second. Okay, that's a car wash. But Suds and Buds, it's car detailing from the underside to the top side. That's what these guys do. Now, they say the wealthy buy time. You may not be wealthy yet, but buy yourself an hour and a half. Instead of doing that yourself, call Suds and Buds. Buy yourself an hour and a half. And while they're out there taking care of your car, you can be doing something else that makes you money. Everybody's concerned about money today. Everybody's concerned about time. See, here's the thing. One thing you can never get back. You can lose $10. You can get $10 back. You can lose a couple hours of work and stay late, and later on in the week make those hours up on your check. But once you lose time, that unit of measure time, you can never get that back. That hour and a half you use to wash your car, polish your tires, and armor all the inside, all that time you're taking to take care of your baby, you've been doing something else more productive. So, Suds and Buds, reach out to these guys, 954-995-6529. That's 954-995-6529. They're licensed and insured. These are not some guys who just picked up a water trailer and put it on the back of the truck and they're riding around trying to make a couple dollars. This is a business. It's so much of a business that anywhere in the country, if you guys want to have your own Suds and Buds, you can give us a call and they'll talk to you about a franchise. If you're interested in franchising a Suds and Buds of your own, call 954-995-6529. Car detailing is where it's at. They come to you. Save your money, save your time. Let's go to this one here, man. This is the changing of the guard at Arlington Cemetery.
Just smashed it.
Watch this. Shoes. That's it.
That was cool.
I like that.
That was real neat. Is that on a everyday
They
basis?
do that rain, sleet, snow
every day.
every day.
Hurricanes.
It doesn't matter. They do
And
that.
that's 3-4 times a day.
I think it's 3 times a day.
That's a
They
good
do that.
ass routine. Them
They
niggas
do that.
snapping and
Yeah,
popping.
all
and,
that noise. They doing all that, man. I just like that's our country, man. That's what we do.
And that
man.
shit, you got to really know
Yeah.
that shit. Snatch that shit. I just clicking.
And he checking for dust. He wipe it down. You know,
That's a 3-year commitment, 3 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And you live in the barracks and you live that every day.
That's serious.
Serious. That's commitment, man.
That's
I
what's
saw
up,
that, man. I was like, man, that's cool, man.
At the end of it, you get a pin,
a pin.
but it's a proud pin.
Yeah.
Everybody like that pen, huh?
Yeah.
For sure.
This is a new guy I've been watching, man. He been around for a while.
You cannot be black and then have been discriminated against and then endorse the discrimination of somebody else and don't sound anything other than crazy. And by the way, half of all whites who supported Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the civil rights movement, who walked and volunteered in the civil rights movement, and I believe the one white dude who was murdered, were Jewish. So Jews have been supportive of the civil rights movement. And by the way, Hitler got his example of how to treat the Jews from how America was treated.